In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the things I don't want to see in FC26. These are things that really annoyed me in FC25, and I'm hoping EA fixes them so we don't have to deal with the same frustrations again. Make sure you are subscribed. We've got a lot of FC26 videos still to come. We're also getting closer to 300,000 subscribers, 5,539 to go. Tell your friends to subscribe and leave a like on this video. One thing I don't want to see in FC26 is the same old trophy celebrations in career mode. Every time you win a major league or a cup, it feels like you've just won the preseason tournament. The players lift the trophy in the same way, the confetti falls the same way, it just feels stale and repetitive. We've been watching the same cutscenes for years now. In real life, every team has its own personality when it comes to celebrating. Some managers go crazy, some players dance, some teams celebrate with the fans. FC26 should give us new animations, different trophy lift sequences, maybe even celebrations that change based on the competition or the region. When you play for a whole season only to get the exact same cutscene as last year, it kind of kills the hype. So yeah, EA, please no more copy-paste trophy celebrations in FC26. Another thing I don't want to see in FC26 is the way career mode forces you to pick a save slot before you even start. Why do I have to override another save or waste time choosing a slot before I've even set up my team? Sometimes I just want to mess around or test something without committing to a permanent save file. Every time you start a new career, you get hit with this save file menu and you can't just back out. There's no way to do that. You have to override an existing save, create a new save slot, or delete save slots as well. It makes no sense that we can't just launch a new career, play around for a bit, and then decide if we want to actually save it. I haven't played FC26, but according to this FC26 gameplay, maybe EA has listened to my feedback and have fixed the issue for FC26. This is from the deep dive, and this is a bit of gameplay when you start. So it loads up a new save, and then you go straight to the save file menu, but this time there's a back button. In FC25, there's no back button. So maybe, if you press the back button now, you might be able to start new careers without having to actually save it to a save slot. So hopefully they've fixed it for FC26. Let's talk about the practice arena. In FC25 you can practice your free kicks, do a practice match, you can also do practice penalties. But I feel like EA could make the practice arena so much better. First off, we need the ability to practice corners. You can't do that in the game at the moment. You only have scenario mode or 1v1s against the keeper or practicing free kicks or penalties. We have settings here for the camera angle and also the difficulty and also selecting sides, but there's no easy way to change the teams in the practice arena. You should be able to just go to a menu where you can pick Man City vs Man United or Sydney FC vs Barcelona. You can't do that in the practice arena. Also, if you practice free kicks, you can't actually change the free kick taker, so you're stuck with whoever the game gives you, and it's the same thing for the penalties as well. You can't change the kick taker, you're just stuck with whoever the game gives you. For the practice matches, we should be able to change the stadium and also have access to the team lineup and be able to make substitutions or changes to that lineup. You should be able to easily change the clubs as well, but there's no settings here for that. And there's also no ability to create a set piece. So yeah, overall I think the practice arena could still improve a lot. I just checked the gameplay deep dive notes and it looks like there's 2 improvements coming to the practice arena this year. They've added the ability to change kick taker for set pieces on the fly, which is good, and they've also added the ability to take corners in practice arena. So now we can finally practice corners. They're 2 good changes, but it's still not enough. I think there's more to be done here for the practice arena. Another thing I really don't want to see in FC26 is the fact that you cannot retire an icon in player career and then use them as a manager in career mode. Imagine taking Beckham, Zidane, Ronaldo, Rooney, and all the other icons through their playing career and then transitioning them into management. That would be amazing, but instead the game just blocks it completely. We see it in real life all the time, legends of the game moving into management. Why can't we do that in career mode? It would make your save feel like an actual football story instead of just ending when the player retires. Manager career with icons and heroes is a new feature this year, but I don't think it's going to let you use icons and heroes as managers in manager career. The only way you can get icons into manager career is by putting these players into your team. It says that you can recreate classic teams or build your dream lineup, and you unlock icons and heroes by progressing through the season pass. So not all the icons will be available. This is what it looks like in the game. So when you set up a career mode, it'll say build a career leading a club containing all-time greats. You would click on the icons and heroes tile, and then you would select your icons and heroes, and then you select your club and the icons that you selected here, if you have any unlocked, will be available in the team that you're managing. I haven't played the game yet, so correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I've seen in the deep dive notes, it looks like icons and heroes won't be available to use as managers in the game. It's good that we have icons and heroes in manager career, but not being able to use them as managers is a little disappointing. Being able to retire an icon or hero in player career and then send them over to manager career to be a manager would have been an awesome feature. Another thing I don't want to see in FC26 is how referees have their real names but not their real faces. EA puts so much detail into player faces and stadiums, but referees still look generic. If they're already using real referee names in career mode, why not go the extra step and scan their faces too? Having referees with real faces would add so much realism to the matches. Another thing I don't want to see in FC26 career mode is the exact same negotiation scenes. It feels like every single transfer or contract talk happens in the same restaurant, the same office, or the same lounge. It doesn't matter if you're signing a world-class player or negotiating with a lower league club, it always feels the same. At first, those cutscenes were cool, but after multiple FC games and after a couple of seasons in career mode, they just feel repetitive. There's not much variety. In FC26, I'd love to see different environments depending on the situation, like meeting in a fancy hotel, a club's training ground office, or even more dynamic settings that reflect the size of the club. That little bit of variety would make career mode negotiations feel so much fresher and more realistic. It doesn't matter if you're managing PSG or Arsenal, your manager's office is going to look exactly the same. Can they create some new manager offices? I don't know why it feels like every manager has the same office. And also, why does every player contract negotiation end up at the same restaurant? It's just unrealistic. It doesn't matter if you're managing PSG or Arsenal, you end up at the same restaurant. They should just create some more restaurants. Why does every contract negotiation end up at the same restaurant? Surely they can create some other scenery, some other environments, you know? One of the biggest things I don't want to see in FC26 is the broken gameplay, the bugs and the glitches. I've seen it all in FC25. I've seen crazy stuff. I've seen broken social media posts in career mode. It felt like every social media tile in career mode was broken. I've seen so many gameplay bugs and issues. I've also seen social media posts which just don't make any kind of sense. I've seen text issues in the social media posts. The social media was so broken this year, but it provided such a good laugh if you actually read the posts. I don't know if EA even fixed some of these things in FC25 as the game progressed, but at the start things were crazy, and even there you can see that there's a text issue. They even got the icons' names wrong in career mode at one stage. They called Rooney Mayada and Maradona Schmetkens. Look at this, we've got a player in career mode that looks like Maradona, but his name is Schmetkens for some reason. And then this one was funny as well. This was the Ballon d'Or cutscene. Everything looks normal until they actually show someone in the crowd. And there's a guy in the crowd with some sort of generic placeholder face. It's multicolored. There's green, blue. I don't know what's going on there. And then this one also plagued career mode. This was when the trophies got mixed up. So you would play an FA Community Shield, but the Premier League trophy would be there on the stand, meaning that if you won the Community Shield, you actually got to lift the Premier League trophy. Imagine if that happened in real life. Like I said earlier, I've seen hundreds, if not thousands of bugs and glitches in FC25 thanks to you guys sending in the clips for the show. It was crazy in FC25, but for some reason I feel like it's going to get even crazier in FC26 with the new features coming in. It would be nice not to see as many bugs and glitches and broken gameplay elements, but we'll see what happens. Thank you to my channel members, Chris, Callum, Wing, Connor and Hugo. If you want your name here, check out the link in the description. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like for me and make sure you subscribe to get more FC videos.